Hi, you guys. Today is May 26, 2021. Let's see what the cards have to say. At the center of our reading, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which means that we're lacking clarity today, crossed with the Hierophant, which would mean that we're a part of some sort of institution. It could be a school, it could be a church, it could be an organized group like AA. In our immediate past, there's been some hastiness. Some action, hasty action to a fault. It's sort of the kind of action like when you're impatient and you just make a choice like on a whim, and then it just, things have not been working out. In our conscious awareness, we have the Three of Cups, which would mean there's a focus on our friends. I'm taking note of the fact that all these ravens are drinking from these cups. And in our subconscious, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, along with the Dead End. So what I'm getting from this, based on the fact that we have the Hierophant, is you may be a part of an organized group like Alcoholics Anonymous or something like that, or like a therapy group or a support group of some kind. And you might have relapsed. I see up here with this draw towards your friends, a communal activity like drinking. I see here with the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Dead End that you feel like you're not reaching your full potential. You feel like you've hit a snag in the road. But all snags, if there is a dead end, the end isn't always the end. It's also the opportunity for a new beginning. So it's not really the end of the road. You're feeling very pessimistic about your circumstances right now, and this lack of clarity with the Ace of Swords in reverse, like, it's understandable when we have brain fog or we're not able to think as straight as we would like to. How we feel about it is we have the Chariot in reverse, which would say to me that you're unwilling to take action to fix these circumstances that are making you feel this way. In your environment, we have the Nine of Swords, which means you've been feeling a lot of anxiety. In your hopes and fears, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which means that you fear that your luck is on the downswing. And the outcome of the situation is you're unwilling to let go of what's going on. Like, you're not leaving it behind in the dust. You're kind of letting the excess weight pull you down, and it's sticking with you. Over here for your oracle cards, we have Grateful Optimism, which is sort of the cards are giving you advice in regards to how to proceed, that find a way to be optimistic about the future to combat this, what seems like almost a depression, to take sacred action. Like, you may not be feeling like you want to take action because you're crippled by anxiety and stress at the moment, and you are lacking clarity, but this might be a moment to you have to power out of it through making decisive action. Duality kind of speaks about how two things can be true at once. So you may be feeling as though you failed, like if you are a part of a support group and you had relapse, or if you are, at school right now and you flunked a class or something like that. This fatigue, everybody goes through bouts of feeling, fatigue or a lack of focus. And just because you got one, D on a test, or if you had a drink, it doesn't mean that you are bad, if you get what I mean. Like, it doesn't mean that you're a bad student. It doesn't mean that you are a failure as a person for not being able to stay sober. It just means that you're human, and two things can be true at once. Like, you could be a part of this support group, or you could be at the school, but you could also have a bad day and, relapse or, get a bad grade on a test, but it doesn't mean that you're a bad student or a bad member of the support group if you fail to meet your own expectations. Because I kind of see that on this day we're going down in a downward spiral, and we want to keep that from happening because it can be crippling, which is kind of what this suggests over here with sacred action, that you need to power out of that somehow. Additional advice the cards have for you is to nourish the sacred feminine, to be open to receiving help if help comes along, be open to receiving support from the people around you. Don't shy away from it because you feel a sense of, feeling ashamed. Definitely be open to receiving help from people who love you and want the best for you. And what you'll get from this situation, despite how it feels right now, is you're definitely going to ground in. You're going to be more well grounded because of these obstacles you're facing. You're going to be a stronger person, and you might actually be a role model for others in the future, who might go through these struggles like you did. So definitely stay hopeful, remain optimistic, and it's just one day, and tomorrow will be a new day, and you never know how things are going to turn around. The funny thing about the Wheel of Fortune is, what goes up must come down. So even if you're afraid that your luck is on the downswing, luck always turns. Like it, circumstances will improve, and the odds of your circumstances improving are exceedingly high. Everything is just temporary. You got to remember with the Wheel of Fortune. Some days are good. You're going to have some bad days. Even if bad days happen, the good days will come again. So thanks for listening, you guys. If you like this, feel free to leave a comment or, hit that like button. If you want to subscribe for more content, I would be super excited if you do. And I will talk to you guys soon.